Greetings everyone. This is SRI ROSHINI NAKKA, legal intern at Law Minds. The topic for today's video is legal considerations for e-commerce businesses. To begin with the introduction, the e-commerce businesses are very essential nowadays, and the advent of internet has revolutionized commerce, paving the way for the rise of e-commerce. As businesses increasingly move online to reach global markets, they encounter a complex web of legal considerations that can impact their operations, from intellectual property rights to consumer protection laws. Navigating the legal landscape is crucial for the success and sustainability of e-commerce ventures, as the ease of use and competitive pricing that e-commerce offers have led to its explosive growth in popularity. There are some distinct legal challenges that can come with operating an online marketplace. Now, what is e-commerce? E-commerce is a term used to describe the purchase or sale of goods or services via internet. The proliferation of the internet and expanding middle class in India has contributed to the explosive rise of e-commerce. Customers can purchase from the comfort of their homes with the increased convenience of these e-commerce offers. This is what e-commerce is. Then, what are the essential things? First one is a formation structure. The most important document in every firm, a contract, serves as a buffer against potential problems in the event that a contract have any ambiguity. Managing conflicts emerging in the business world becomes more difficult. Before launching an e-commerce venture, entrepreneurs must decide on the most suitable legal structure, that is, the sole partnerships, proprietorships, corporations, or limited liability companies, whatever. Each structure has its own implications in terms of liability, taxation, and regularity compliances. For instance, LLA can provide liability protection for the business but not to the personal property. Now, what are intellectual property protections? IP lies at the heart of many e-commerce businesses, encompassing trademarks, copyrights, patents, and trade secrets. Safeguarding intellectual property rights is essential to prevent unauthorized use or infringement by competitors. E-commerce entrepreneurs should take proactive steps to register trademarks for their brand names, logos, and product designs. They must be vigilant about counterfeit goods and unauthorized use of copyrighted content of their platforms on other platforms. Now, website terms of use and privacy policies. Every e-commerce website should have clear and comprehensive terms of use and privacy policy. These legal documents govern the relationship between the business and its users, outlining rights and responsibilities regarding website usage, transactions, data collection, and privacy practices. The company may run into legal issues if the policies or terms of services are unclear. It is easier to stay out of legal trouble in the future if there is a clear legal policy about how the site should be used, sales, refunds, returns, privacy policy, etc. Well-written policies and terms of services is a contract with users and aid in averting disagreements down the road. These are very essential. Now, contracts and disputes. Smart contracts take into account things like payments for deductions and appropriate code execution. For enforcement, however, precise wording of terms of service, dispute resolution procedure, etc. is equally essential. Automated consent, tracking, and data collection systems are necessary for e-contracts. Policy ambiguities are frequently interpreted negatively towards portals. Compliance with consumer protection rights and laws. E-commerce business must comply with a myriad of consumer protection laws aimed at safeguarding the rights of online shoppers. These regulations cover various aspects such as pricing, transparency, advertising practices, product labeling, warranties, and returns. For example, the FTC in the United States enforces rules against deceptive advertising and requires business to provide adequate information about their products and services. The Consumer Protection Act of India also protects consumers from such frauds. Ensuring the security of online transactions is paramount, as payment processing and security. Payment card industry data security standard compliance is mandatory for any business that accepts credit card payments. This involves implementing robust security measures such as encryptions, tokenization, and regular security edicts to safeguard payments data. E-commerce merchants should also be aware of emerging payment technologies and regulatory requirements. Cross-border legal considerations. Expanding into international markets represents additional legal challenges for e-commerce businesses, including cross-border taxation, customs regulations, and compliance with foreign consumer protection laws. Difference in legal systems, language, cultural norms further complicate this matter. E-commerce enterprises need to conduct through due diligence and seek expert guidance to navigate these complexities effectively. Establishing legal entities or partnerships in foreign jurisdictions may be necessary to facilitate international expansion while ensuring these guidelines. Now, data protection and cybersecurity. With the increasing prevalence of data breaches and privacy concerns, e commerce businesses face heightened security over the handling of customer data. Strict data protection laws, such as the GDPR in the European Union, impose stringent requirements on data collection, processing, and storage. E commerce companies must implement robust cybersecurity measures to safeguard against data breaches and unauthorized access. This includes employee encryptions, firewalls, access controls, and regular security measures and assessments. Data leaks or unauthorized use entail heavy financial penalties. In India, e-commerce entities must comply with the IT Act 2000 and the TTBP for collecting, processing, storing, and transferring personal data only for lawful purposes after explicit consent. Privacy and security risk increase in online transactions, requiring robust safeguards to gain consumer trust. Data protection is a very essential requirement and right and responsibility of the company to take care of. Sensitive consumer data is typically found on e-commerce platforms and is mostly gathered through contract terms and forms and client registrations. Data privacy issues could arise from non-compliance with data protection and regulation. Cyber attacks and leaks are less likely when regulations pertaining to security of sensitive user data kept on the systems are followed. Now, licensing and taxes. E-commerce platforms give independent sellers access to markets, but the owners of the portals have to follow licensing requirements set forth by Shops and Establishments Act. In addition, GST, Goods and Services Tax compliance requires registering the portal, collecting taxes, providing the necessary documentation, reconciling payments, and filing returns. The penalties and interest for non-compliance and services are severe. Coming to the conclusion of this video, in the fast-paced world of e-commerce, staying abreast of legal developments and regulatory requirements is essential for long-term success and sustainability. By proactively addressing key legal considerations such as business information, intellectual property protection, consumer rights, payment security, cross-border compliance, and data protection, e-commerce entrepreneurs can mitigate legal risks. That's for the video. Thank you.